Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at another figure from the vintage collection, and in my opinion this is by far one of the most innovative and highly demanded Star Wars figures to be released. It's a very popular character from the original Kenner line, and ever since 2005 when a version of this character was released in the Revenge of the Sith line, fans have been, begging for a definitive version of this character, and we've now got one. It is this guy, the Emperor's Royal Guard. Very, very cool figure. Not sure how well some of the detail is going to show up on camera with this one, because he's quite a, luminous figure, in the sense that he's very red, and it might bump up the contrast in this review. But a very cool looking figure, definitely one worth picking up. And before I go into all the details of this one, we are going to take a look at the packaging that he comes in. Now with this one we have a fantastic image on the card back. It appears on the image on the card that the visor is actually translucent, or at least there isn't a visor in place there. It looks like, you can stick your hand through there. There's no actual black visor in place, which is something I didn't know. I always thought the Emperor's Royal Guards had black visors, so that's quite interesting. Obviously you've got the Return of the Jedi logo at the top and the Emperor's Royal Guard name tab, and on the back we've got the 12-back layout featuring other figures in the line. The figure itself actually comes with two forms of display, and I'll talk about that in just a bit, but before we do, let's review this figure as he stands at the minute. Now he is very, very cool, and for the first time ever Hasbro decided to include a removable helmet with this one, which you can take off and reveal a human face underneath. Now I'm not entirely sure if this is sculpted on a specific character from the Emperor's Royal Guard, but it just seems to me like a generic troop builder, although quite why Hasbro have this fascination to sculpt beards onto their generic army builder figures is, a mystery, but it is what it is, and it doesn't look too bad. The helmet is a nice snug fit as well, and looks very, very cool once in place. Weaponry wise, he does come with quite a long staff, which does play into the alternate display mode for this figure. I'll talk about that in just a bit. And he does come, of course, with the more traditional force pike, which they use to stand at attention during the Emperor's arrival. The robes are, of course, soft goods, and they are, I'm not entirely sure how to describe the material, but it's quite a fluffy, thick material on the outside. On the inside it's very smooth and quite neat, which is, I'm not entirely sure what it is. So again, if someone wants to shed any light on that, then do feel free to leave a comment. If you remove the helmet and all the weapons and what have you, you can indeed remove the robes, and that also factors in to the alternate display for the figure. So I'll just show you that now. As I said, if you remove the robe like so, underneath you've got this really cool look for the figure. You've got the Imperial emblem on the shoulder and also on the back. You've also got the Biker Scout blaster pistol included, and to really finish this guy off we also get a set of alternate armour, and I believe that this armour is based on the training gear for the Emperor's Royal Guard, which is seen in the comic book Crimson Empire, and that's where the alternate staff comes into play. So not only do we get a Return of the Jedi Royal Guard with this figure, but we also get an expanded universe version as well. So like with figures such as the ARC Trooper Commander from the vintage line, this is definitely one of those figures that I would recommend picking up two of, so that you can display them in different ways. In terms of articulation, I'll run through that now since the robes are removed. He does have a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders, elbows and swivel wrists. He has a swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So very, very cool figure. Definitely worth picking up, and again, as I said, I'd pick two of these guys up if you can, just to have them in alternate displays like that. So very, very cool figure. As I said, time and time again, definitely one that I'd recommend picking up, and in my opinion definitely one of the best figures that Hasbro have released in this line so far. The accessories that are included and just the overall look of the figure is absolutely superb. And again, a big applause goes out to Hasbro for this one. So if you've enjoyed this review, guys, I will be back with more vintage reviews very soon. So until then, as always, keep collecting and may the force be with you.